All right, guys, you're looking at the title of the video. You're looking at the thumbnail. You already know what time it is. It is time to get active. Title of today's video, The Secret to Smash a Woman on the First Date. This comes from content creator Melly Monaco. I am not familiar with her, but apparently she does videos like this. So reason why I want to go over it is I think it's very interesting to watch women talk to men about women. So let's see how right or not right that she actually is. Without further ado, a word from our sponsor. Support for today's video is brought to you by Manscaped, who are the champions in below the waist grooming. Guys, they just sent me over their latest release called the Lawnmower 4.0, and I'm simply blown away by its performance and embedded technology. Not only do they offer wireless charging, but also no nick technology, which is vastly important for protecting the family jewel. Shit, not too long ago, invited a pretty young thing over for an evening of fun, enjoyment, and excitement. Okay. Evening of, I tried to clean up the space, clean up the area with the old toolkit, the old tool set, and almost gave myself a vasectomy. Had to cancel the evening because of it. Because, you know, never bring a wound to a thought party, okay? It's bad for business. Guys, go up to manscaped.com, use promo code MTR to receive not only 20% off of your order, but also free shipping. Trust me, guys, your balls will thank you. On to the show.
A bunch of my guy friends are tired of taking girls out because they're like, it's a waste of my money. They don't even let me smash on the first night. Okay, well, I'm gonna give you some tips that's gonna help you smash this girl on the first night. Okay, let's go. Number one, you gotta look sharp, smell good, look clean, which is a given, but some people will be coming looking crazy. Their hands are dirty. Like if your nails are dirty, that's a big turn off for a girl. She's never gonna let you touch her, ever. Okay,
all right, so as parents, it's gonna be rapid fire things that she's gonna be saying. So the first thing, look clean. Yeah, of course. Like what's always interesting about this is that, you know, either they're gonna give like, very few oftentimes they give advanced level game that's like, oh shit, I didn't even think about it like that. But of course, the first one is look clean. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? But we'll see what the other ones are right here. But yeah, along with like looking clean shoes, it's not scuff and doo-doo mud stains all over your shoes, but then also the things in and around you, right? Like, let's say you bring her back to the car. You know, the car's got to be clean as shit as well. You know what I'm saying? Because they take stock of all of that. The only ones that would smash you after looking at your dirtiness around you are dirty ladies, really and truly. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep going.
Number two, take her somewhere sexy, not fancy. I don't want no white tablecloth type of restaurant, you know, and then you're going to save some money. Just take her to like a cocktail bar where
happy hour.
The light is dimmed and whatever. So she feels like, ooh, it's sexy and yeah, maybe I'll let him smash. Like we don't want no like stuffy stuff or stuff that's expected. Yeah, because most of you, when you take us on the first date, you want to impress, but you're just going to take us where everybody else takes us. So it's not really anything special to us. It's like, it's nice, but we figured that's where you would take us.
Okay. Before number three. Listen, here's what I do. Have your spots, right? Within the city. Have your spots. Right? So like for me, like spots that I go to, it's like Cheers, you know what I'm saying? Where everybody knows your name. Doom, 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 doom. All my Gen Xers and Gen Ys, you know what it is that I'm talking about. That's Cheers for all you millennials. Shut up. Anyway, have your spots. Why do I say that? Because, you know, having your spots and like maybe knowing people and around, like I got a couple of spots where like I know the owners and shit like that. So sitting down, chilling with a young lady, owner walks by. Oh yeah, da-da-da, yo Jimmy, da-da, y'all dapping it up, man, how's business, da-da-da. She looking at you, you can audibly hear the viscous inert drip down into her sock. You understand what I'm saying? You can audibly hear it, not visibly. But yeah, have your spots, okay? And then the idea that of not classy, but like a loungy type place, I think that that's true as well. Like you have to go in, especially if it's the first date. If you try to get butt on the first date, right? Like understand the cost benefit analysis of what it is that you're doing. If you take them to these high, expensive, right? Like there's like diminishing returns after a while. You know what I'm saying? Just take somewhere where it's low, dim, light, it's cool, it's smooth. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to go to the most expensive. Like I did a reaction not too long ago on the dude who paid $600 for Nurse at restaurant. You know what I'm saying? Salt Bay's restaurant. And it's just like, nah, yo, don't do all of that. They don't need but so much, but it's got to be a clean, low lit, sexy type of environment. So I feel on that point. Let's keep going.
3, be fucking confident. Like, if you're not confident, she's not gonna give you the time of the day. Like, a woman needs you to feel like you're cool, you got it, you know you got it. Just be like that. Number 4, when you greet her, give her a nice warm hug so she can feel your, no, not for that, but so she can just feel like what you're working with, and like she can have a sense of how you would handle her if she would let you smash. Don't be a perv though, but like, just enough for her to feel on you. And
she's got a So what she's really talking about is breaking down the touch barrier, right? And I talk about this. Break down that touch barrier. Break it. Okay? The quicker that you break down the touch barrier. Now, to her point, be balanced within that. Don't be pervy. You know what I'm saying? You going for the hug, or you thrusting your hips all up in her and stuff like that. But give her that hug, that confident hug. You know what I'm saying? Where she can feel what you've been doing in the gym. You understand what I'm saying? Where she can feel that. But even if you're not comfortable with that, right, like in this COVID environment, then think of other things. So such as like, you walk into the door of the restaurant and, you open up the door in an effect to lead her through, right? Like, you're just not opening up the door just to be her chauffeur, but you open up the door to ensure, right, to lead her through, right? And if you do that, on the way in, you touch the small of her back. You touch her on her elbow, as she goes into the front door. Another one might be, you know what I'm saying, when y'all finally sit down at the table, okay? When you go sit down on the table, you know what I'm saying, pull out the chair for a little bit for her, but then lead her in. Don't do no shit where it's just you just pulling shit out and you just chauffeuring and shit like that, but you're not also doing it with breaking down the touch barrier, okay? It's like you got to give some, you got to take some. I'll open the door for you so I can get this data from you of how you feel about this touch barrier. Because then you could start to receive the data of whether or not she's down or not. You understand what I'm saying? If you go over here, you touch her elbow and she kind of, you're like, oh God, yeah, this is not going to be a tonight thing.
Number 5, give her compliments. All women like compliments, but
keep it balanced.
Specific. Don't say like, oh, you look nice today. Just be like, oh, this dress on you looks amazing. Your smile is breathtaking. Like, then she won't stop smiling because she knows you like her smile. She won't stop. Number 6.
Just real quick, she didn't mention quantity, right? So here's the thing. There's some folks that say don't give compliments at all, don't validate. I still think you got cast that line out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's got to be balanced, right? You can't be gushing. You can't be putting up on a pedestal. You know what I'm saying? Like, and honestly, if you talk about, when you do it, I would say, for you guys that drink, I would say at least a drink in, right? And then comment on something that you notice about her. But as soon as you get down in there, like I always try to make sure that I'm breaking the ice first without the validation. But I think that the validation or the affirmation is actually enhanced when you got a drink or two in there. Okay, let's keep it going.
Keep things light and to yourself. Like, she likes to just have fun. It's the first date, so don't be starting like conversation about starving
if
children,
you want butt,
or like just
if you want butt, keep it stupid conversation. Stupid. Just don't talk about world peace, world hunger, right? Like, don't talk about male, female, gender dynamics, right? Like the oppression in the 21st, whatever the hell the particular hot topic. Stay away from hot topics. Stay away from religion. If you're trying to vet to understand who exactly that she is, and your goal is not butt for that night, you might dabble in a little bit of a lighthearted, like, kind of conversation back and forth, kind of challenge each other, you know what I'm saying, to really get to understand each other. But if the concept or what you're going for is butt, keep it stupid. Keep it light, okay? Keep all of your thoughts about hot topics to yourself.
Important subject, but don't start that on the first day because she's not going to be in the mood to do anything else after that. Also be mysterious a little bit, you know, intriguing, and she can really figure you out. Like that's something that's gonna attract her towards you. Number 7, try to lower her inhibitions. Pretty much take her to a place where it's gonna be fun and you're gonna laugh. Like for example, karaoke or bowling or something with some type of activity, so she can just be like, you know, relax and be okay being around you. Now she's gonna feel a little comfortable because you saw her in like in a vulnerable moment already. So she's gonna be like, all right, it's cool, I can be around him.
That one was an awkward one for me because I hear lower your inhibitions and I'm thinking, you know, what are you talking about? Like, like, you know, don't forcibly give anyone anything, you know what I'm saying, in order to lower their inhibitions. But essentially what that was is take her to a fun spot. That's essentially what it is, right? Where you guys can engage and da-da-da. Like, okay, I get it. Makes sense.
8, stay off your freaking phone. Like,
yeah, that's for both
who
people.
you're texting. You're here with me while you're texting.
Yeah.
Just take the time to not look at your phone. Like just giving her your undivided attention. Like she feels important. So if she feels important, she's gonna be like, okay, I can give it up. Number 9, keep the night going. So if the night is over by 10 o'clock, most likely she's not gonna say yes.
Yeah.
But if, for example, you take her to one bar here, then an hour later you go to another bar, you keep on jumping from places.
Yeah.
When you ask her to have the last drink at your house, it's not gonna look like it's not gonna look weird. It's just gonna be like, oh, it's another spot to go get a drink. And then when you're gonna jump from the living room to the bedroom, it's just gonna be the same way. So it's not gonna be looked at like funny. While if you just take her to a restaurant and then you're like, let's go home, that's weird. You're a weirdo at this point. Number 10.
Yeah, just have a plan. That's really what that one is. Have a plan. You know what I'm saying? Know where you're going to go from each spot. Like you might start off with a fun activity and then go to dinner after that, right? Like, and then go to the hookah spa after that. Make sure that the hookah spa is closer to your crib and then the last couple of spots. And then boom. There it is.
Act like sex is the farthest thing from your brain.
Yeah,
if
don't
she
seem hungry.
Like that's what you're trying to do, she's not gonna give it up. But if you act like you don't care and then you actually just like her and you just want to be with her, yeah. Because as soon as she senses that you're only trying to fuck, not gonna work. Number 11, you have to pass the oral exam. So if your breath doesn't smell too good, most likely when you kiss her, it's gonna stay like this.
Real surface
and then
level.
It's not gonna turn out to like, you know, a steamy make-out station. It's just gonna be like, okay, well, good night, thank you for the drinks. But if it turns out to a steamy make-out station, pretty sure she won't be able to say no.
I'm gonna share something with you guys, because I just said that this is real simple, but like I had to just think back for a quick second. Let me just share with you guys from my experience something that changed my life at the age of 29. I didn't realize how important flossing was in my life, and I'm a little bit embarrassed to say this, but if I didn't know at 29, there's some of you sons of bitches that is out there not flossing your teeth and shit like that. Let me tell you something. Flossing might be more important than brushing your teeth. Think about it. All of the commercials that we used to look at back into, you know, your childhood and shit like that, most of them were like toothbrushing, toothpaste commercials. And I think the reason for that is because these companies, these consumer product goods, CPG type companies, they make a lot more money selling toothbrushes and toothpaste than flossers. And I think that's a large majority of it. Brushing your teeth is more sexy than flossing. But flossing, guys, floss your teeth. I got braces at a very young age, so my teeth are very clenched together, but very tight. And, you know, as a young kid, I kept getting cavities and shit. Like, I'd be brushing twice per day, and I never really got it and understood. It wasn't until my very late 20s that the doctor was like, how often do you floss? And actually, they always used to ask me about floss. And I'd be like, yeah, well, you know, I do this, that, and the third, like, you know, but I really wasn't flossing like that. All of the cavities and breath-ish that might have been going on, as soon as I start flossing, and I use the little picks, the throw-out picks, right? You can go to the dollar store, go get the dental ones. You use it every day. I'm trying to tell you, and this is a bit embarrassing me talking about this, but I'm saying this to y'all because I know at least 80% of y'all not flossing every day. at least, probably even more than that. But trust me, it will change your dental life. All right? Keep that breath clean, guys.
Number 12, you have to silence her reservations. So pretty much you have to make her feel comfortable, because a bunch of women are going to be like, oh, I've never done that, or that's not what I do. So
Yes.
it doesn't really mean that's not what they do, but they don't want to come off like this because they feel like you're going to stop respecting them, or you're going to not call them the next day, or there's going to be a hit and quit, So
Yeah, a lot of young ladies too know what the game is. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of them already know. But if what she means is that to make it seem like as soon as you smash, you won't call anymore. If that's what she's talking about, then yeah, you could put that in there. If she gives you any resistance when you're going from the hookah spot, you're like, oh yeah, I got some drinks back at the crib, or let's say video games came up, or a TV show came up. Oh yeah, I got that on. I got a Hulu subscription back into the crib. You know what I'm saying? That wine we was just talking about earlier, I got that back at the crib. If they give you resistance at that point, then yeah, you could say things to her in order to let her know that this is not going to be a hit and quit and split type of thing.
if you can make her feel like, no, I like you, and even if we do have sex tonight, I will still talk to you the next day, and we would still keep dating. Or
the thing is though, is that this one is more low integrity if that's really not what your intentions are, right? This is more of the dark arts, right? Because you're in a sense manipulating a bit in order to get what you want, but then on the flip side, you really could care less about contacting her.
Or keep having some type of relationship, because that's really why women don't want to do it, because they feel like you're going to judge them, and that you're not going to respect them. You're going to be like, well, she's a thought or something because I hit on the first night. So
yeah, but
make
it's
her feel comfortable. But only do that if you really mean it. Don't be out there playing with people, telling them stuff like that, and then the next day you actually don't call her because you're like, yeah, I got what I wanted. Like, don't play with people. Like, that's stupid.
Yeah.
Number 13, if you have the opportunity to take her to your house, that's where you're going to end up the night. Make sure your house is clean, that it smells good, that it's not like looking like a hell of a mess. Like, put your stuff away. At least pretend that that's how you keep your house, because if it's dirty, if it's not kept well, she's probably going to be like, okay, I have one drink and I'm out. Yeah. Also
yeah, guys, make sure your spot's clean. Like, before I go out, I make sure I leave the music going. I do the Google Voice that I got a couple of speakers throughout the crib, so I'll turn that on. Turn into some R&B and shit like that. Those lights that's in the back, I'll have the lights on. You know what I'm saying? So as soon as they come in, they're like, oh my God, look at those lights. You know what I'm saying? You got to create an experience. I'm trying to tell you guys, it's all about curating an experience. Life is about experiences. What experience are you guys bringing? You have to ask yourself that. Guys, this video is getting a little bit too long. It's about 60% done. So I'll leave a link to it down into the description box for you guys to go check it out, as well as her channel, okay? But again, it's about creating an experience. I mean, think about it. How many people within this world pay for experiences, trips, right? And they're paying thousands of dollars for the experience. What experience are you bringing, right? To increase the likelihood of getting the guts, the viscous innards on the first date, you have to understand, what experience are you bringing, right? What places are you bringing it to? What is it that you present, right? How is it that you smell, right? If she gets back into the crib, what are the things that are enhancing, right? Enhancing her experience, right? What type of alcohol do you have available? Shit, do you have hookah in your crib? Shit, you could be up. I invested in the hookah like 10 or so years ago. And, so the topic of conversation during the date, if I wanted the viscous innards, I'd bring up hookah. And we just start talking about it, like, oh yeah, I got a hookah back at the crib. She's like, oh my God, I can continue this roller coaster overnight back at his crib, and shit, I really like hookah. Like, I really like hookah. Da-da-doom. Boom. Get her back to the crib. You understand me? Guys, I enjoyed this video for the idea that it was rapid pace information. It was like surface level, you know what I'm saying? It was like 30,000 foot of how to do it, but it is what it is. But shout out to the content creator. I think she did a good job. Questions, comments, concerns, y'all already know what to do. Mediocre tutorials and reviews at gmail.com. Guys, feel free to hit up my Instagram as well. Send me over content over there. Link to it down in the description box down below. Last but not least, I got a Patreon. The Patreon is booming. You understand me? Up there, we talk about topics to increase your happiness, your joy, to understand your purpose, improve your dating prowess, enhance your financial education, all of these different things. All right? If you're interested, link down in the description box down below. Beam up and see the things in store. Until next time, YouTube.